Hey, geeks! This is Glenn Kessler.
And Jeff and Danielle Kessler.
And Nancy.
And Jen and Chuck Batchelder.
And Christy and Steven, Charlotte.
And when we're not...
cheering on Miguel, the puffy-haired jouster.
Eating proper Scotch eggs.
Doing oyster shooters.
Or eating random food on a stick.
We're going geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole geeking family.
Hey, Disney World geeks and all you Maryland Disney geeks. This is Curtis Stone here, and welcome to episode 419 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. This week, Sarah Tomlinson and her daughter Charlotte review their Disneyland trip, including the new Marvel Land, Avengers Campus. I've been having fun chatting with Disney geeks like Sarah and Charlotte for over 7 years. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. We've been doing the podcast for over 7 years. Started with my daughter, Lindsay, talking about our Disney World trips. And now we're bringing on our Disney geeks, our friends, to tell their trip stories. You guys are so positive, caring, and generous. The Disney community is awesome. We encourage a family atmosphere here. And before too long, they were calling me the Podfather. And I continue to bring on you listeners to tell your Disney World stories. We'd love for you to join our Geekin' family. We got an amazing private discussion group in Facebook. Search for Geekin' on WDW Family. Look for the group. You'll get a few questions that we ask to qualify you for the group. But then you can start sharing your trip pictures and engage with one of the best groups on the internet. And we've got a lot of you down in the parks right now for the 50th anniversary of Disney World. It's so exciting. If you want to hear what's going on and see all the pictures and the videos they're sharing with us, definitely join the private Facebook group. I think you'll find us a lot of fun and positive stuff going on in that private Facebook group. And we'll be giving you lots of updates on the 50th anniversary, especially since Auntie Judy's down there right now with Uncle Ken. We'll be getting her trip report coming in here soon. But with Auntie Judy, you got Mom, my wife. They are independent travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. Thank you so much for everyone who's booking their trips with Mom and Judy. I really appreciate you doing that. The best way to get started with them is to email them at travelingtiaras@gmail.com. I'm going to give them the week off, maybe actually 2 weeks, because we're going down to the parks. You'll start hearing our trip reports coming up real soon, but usually we do a Talking with the Traveling Tiaras segment. But Judy's down there. I'm going to be down there this week. We'll be talking more about that here in a second. But first, the featured trip report. Yeah, I'm doing a trip report on Disneyland. I don't know how this worked out. It just did. Don't worry. We'll be getting back to Disney World real soon. But I know a lot of you geeks love going to Disneyland. Haven't done one in a while. And Sarah reached out to me with her daughter, Charlotte. And Charlotte is just crazy for Marvel. And I know some of you geeks absolutely are too. Really cool. You can only see this Avengers Campus out at Disneyland. They stayed at one of the off-property, if you will. It's like walking distance, Home 2 suites. Talking about the different app in Disneyland. And we're going to talk some food. Lamplight Lounge, Blue Bayou, Wine Country Trattoria. Yeah, Disneyland is great for foodies. We often hear the food might even be a little bit better out in Disneyland. You know, they got to take care of those locals that come in for a great meal. And Charlotte is just a super geek, knows all about the Marvel world, and she just had a great time in the Avengers Campus here. Great details about that. And they both do a little comparing of the rides at Disney World. Charlotte had some great Disney bounding success, and you're going to get some Disneyland tips. Boy, I'd like to get out there with Mom. She's never been out there, and it's been a long time for me. One of these days, for sure, if we can stop going to Disney World all the time. Well, I know you geeks are big Marvel fans. Are you a super fan of Marvel? Let's go to Disneyland and check out the new Avengers Campus with Sarah and Charlotte. Well, you know, we mostly do Walt Disney World content here on the podcast, and we do have many super geeks and geeks that love trying any of the other Disney parks around the world, especially I hear there's one out there in California. I've got some guests coming on, and there's some new things going on there. They're going to tell us all about their experience over in California at Disneyland. And I've got Sarah and Charlotte Tomlinson here with me today. Crowd is crazy for Disneyland, guys.
Good morning. Morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it's a Sunday morning. We've been trying to put this together for about a month. You guys, when did you go to Disneyland?
August. First week of August. August 6th we got there. It was a Friday. And then
we left on the 9th.
Yep, 9th. So 6th to the 9th of August.
All right. Well, we're excited to hear that Disneyland is opened up, and you guys, they got some new stuff they were going to cover too, right?
Correct.
I'm excited. I hear Charlotte is an expert in something very particular over there in Disneyland.
Yeah, huge Marvel expert over here.
All right. We've got lots of people that love the Marvel content too. So I'm so glad to do this with you guys today. Now, we're going to do our regular format to start with. Where did you guys, was it just the two of you, first of all?
No, it was Dylan, her brother, so obviously my son, and then my mom, who we took to Disney World earlier this month that we did the podcast on. She joined us. We went out on Friday, so she came out on Saturday.
Okay.
So quick trip, but honestly, for Disneyland, with the size that it is, it was actually perfect.
Yeah, I've heard that. Do you believe you do 3 days there, you've got a lot covered?
Yeah, we got everything covered. Honestly, we were supposed to stay until Tuesday. We had to come back a day early, and if Charlotte had her way, we would have stayed and done everything one more time. We'll have to do that next time. But we did literally get through everything, and the main goal when we went there was to go and see Avengers Campus, which isn't huge. It's just a section, obviously. But we spent a lot of time at Avengers Campus, and she had some goals of things she really wanted to do and see, and I think we got through all of them. Yeah,
I hit most of them. I didn't get to meet Captain America, which I was sad about.
Oh, all right.
We saw him, though.
We saw him.
Yeah, but you just didn't get to meet him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, that was one sad thing, but I'm sure it was quite awesome. So we're going to talk Marvel later on. But first, we got to talk about, where did you stay?
We did not get to stay on property this time. So we're DVC members. I wanted to stay at the Grand Californian, so I had waitlisted it, but I knew it was a slim to none chance.
Yeah.
We did not get that. Because if you stay at Grand Californian, like their downtown Disney area in Disneyland, Grand California overlooks it.
Right.
I think it's right above the Disney world.
Well, it's huge, obviously, but I even think that there's a Grand California entrance into one of the Disney parks, if I'm correct.
I think you are right.
I have Hilton points, so we used our Hilton points and we stayed at the Home 2 Suites, which is a newer Hilton hotel in the Anaheim area, and it was about a 10-minute walk. There's a bunch of hotels across the street from Disneyland that had options to stay off property, so we stayed there. And the rooms were huge. The hotel was great. I mean, it had a free breakfast, so we took advantage of that. But when you're doing Disney, you're there to sleep and shower.
Where do you think where's it ranking price wise to some of the other places in the area?
I would say I joined a Disneyland group before we went there, just because I don't know Disneyland as well, and a lot of people talked about, because there's not a lot of chain hotels out there. So there's a Best Western, there's a couple other places. I think they're all pretty reasonably priced. If we didn't pay the Hilton points, I want to say it was under $200 a night. So not bad, because you can obviously spend, if you were to stay at the Grand California, I think it's $400 or $500 a night, probably out of pocket. The Disneyland hotel is a lot, I think. And I don't even know if it's open yet, because some of that stuff was still not open.
So for our Disney World geeks, you think, especially right now, it's very difficult to get the Grand Floridian on DVC points?
The Grand Californian?
Yeah.
Yes.
Impossible.
I think it always is. Yeah. Because unless you own there, because you can't book 11 months out unless you own there. You can only book 7 months out. And we planned this only a couple months in advance because originally we were going to go do Halloween Horror Nights at Universal because Charlotte's also a huge Halloween geek, but she really wanted to see Avengers Campus. So we'll have to do Halloween Horror Nights next year.
I remember. Yeah.
She wanted to do that this year. So yeah, it's still, on my bucket list to stay there because it's beautiful, but we'll have to plan further in advance for it for sure. I just don't think there's a lot of inventory available. It's a huge hotel, so you could stay there out of pocket. But in terms of your points, I just don't think there's a lot of inventory available at any point.
Gotcha.
So
I thought maybe so. And you guys, did you book your tickets with Mom?
yes,
Oh, yeah, because you were going back and forth with the Universal Studios, which she can book too.
Yes, she was pricing that out for me, and then since I had the Hilton points, I obviously didn't need her for that. But I asked her, I said, do you get a commission off of the tickets? And she's like, yep. I'm like, okay, well, there's no reason to not do it then.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So she helped with that. And then I just had to book my park reservations on my own. That's not something that she could do, but that was easy enough to do.
Yep. It's true for Disney World too. Yeah.
Yeah. That was helpful.
And it's really a close walk, right? To the parks.
Oh, yeah. They're literally across the street from each other.
Yeah.
And then downtown Disney, like you can walk, like you could easily leave. We did one day. Yeah. We left one of the parks and went and had lunch in downtown Disney and then went to the other park. Because you can park hop after 1 there right now. Whereas after 2 at Disney World. So you can park hop after 1. We did, I want to say that Saturday. Did we go to Disneyland first that day?
We went to Disneyland first that day.
Then we went to lunch.
And then we went to California Adventure.
Yeah, that's right. So, it's not, you don't have to plan that like 90-minute travel time like you do at Disney World at all.
Are you using the My Disney Experience app also in Disneyland?
There's a different Disneyland app than Disney World. And yes, I did use it because you need it to make the restaurant reservations. There's no fast passes there right now. So it was mainly to check out like wait times and restaurant reservations, which they don't book out, I don't think 60 days in advance. It may only be 30 days in advance there. It's a different window. And I remember on a couple like Blue Bayou we ate at, which is really popular. I had to check it because I think for the following day, they come out at like 4 or 5 in the morning every day. So I went on the app right away and checked and I was able to get it. But I don't think some of the restaurants are as tough as Disney World, but they can still be difficult.
Yeah.
You still got to do some planning in that aspect. But they have a lot of really cool snacks and like quick service places.
Let's go over which advanced dining reservations did you snack?
We did because we are geeks and we love the Nomad Lounge as you do at Animal Kingdom. So in California Adventure, they have the Lamplight Lounge. Yep, Lamplight Lounge, which is kind of Rapunzel themed. Kind of. It is. Yeah. So we ate there the first night because we love the lounges. Charlotte wanted to try a lot of the snacks at Avengers Campus, so we tried some of those.
Those were good.
We did Blue Bayou, which the main reason we like Blue Bayou is because their Pirates of the Caribbean ride. You can eat, like, part of the ride in California goes like past the restaurant. It looks like you're in like the nighttime scene in New Orleans. It's really peaceful.
That's cool.
So ambiance wise, Blue Bayou is awesome. And then we had dinner at the Wine Country Trattoria restaurant one night. Yeah.
Let's break them down. The first lounge. What was that first one you went to?
Lamplight Lounge. And that's at Pixar Pier. So that's really cool because you kind of just, where we sat outside, we got to sit and watch the Incredicoaster, and then there's a view of the giant Ferris wheel over there. So it's pretty views. And so it's on the water. Do you have a burger?
I think I had a burger and their fries, which is really good.
Charlotte's a burger girl. I had a amazing like warm Brussels sprout salad with some other stuff on it. It was so good.
I've had people come on the show. We haven't done California Disneyland in a while, but they will say to me the food is better at Disneyland than in Disney World.
I'm gonna agree.
Wow.
Better
Mostly,
at Disneyland.
Yeah, mostly.
Because Disney World is mainly focusing on the fun attractions, which Disneyland has a decent amount of them. But they can focus more on food because they're a smaller park.
Yeah. So some of the snacks are really cool, especially in Avengers campus. They just have a lot of different things. You know, when we went to Saturday, we had a Dole Whip break, and I think I posted it on the page. Like Charlotte had it was a chili lime Dole Whip. Yeah. So it was like the pineapple Dole Whip, and then it had the tahini seasoning. So it was like sweet and spicy at the same time.
That's
It
interesting.
was interesting. It was a lot.
Seems like a strange mix.
It wasn't bad, but it was definitely not like, it's kind of like I'll eat it once and then like I won't have it again.
Yeah.
But like, it's not awful.
It's fun to explore, though. I know what you're saying. It's a culinary
cool.
experience at these two parks.
It was cool to, who was on the group page? Maybe it was Glenn Kessler. Because when I posted it, he talked about a couple places. So he must have been out here a lot in California because he knew exactly where we were and what we were doing, which is cool. But it's in Disneyland, and they have like all these different like Dole Whip combos that you could make and stuff like that.
It's right over by the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a good mid-morning break, snack break.
What'd you have at the Blue Bayou?
This is the best. I had some interesting steak. It wasn't even steak. Does it qualify as steak?
This is the best. Okay, so Blue Bayou, I had like a Monte Cristo sandwich, which was really good. So they had a limited menu. Dylan, my son, had some salmon, and Charlotte just didn't really see anything that like jumped out at her. And you know, you can, even as an adult, you can order off the kids menu, and they had a steak, and she was like, "Well, I'll just have that." And Kurt, out and I go, "Where's the rest of it?" It was the teeniest, like,
they were little like chicken nugget sized steak. They were like about the size of my hand.
I don't even think it was 4
big.
ounces. I think it was like 2.5 to 3 ounces. And I was like, "Where's the rest of the food?" He's like, "Oh no, this is it." I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess we're getting a snack after." So I ate some like little finger food. Little steaks. A little snack.
The steak wasn't bad. It was good steak. I just wish there was more of it.
It was teeny tiny.
Lesson learned there.
Yeah. It was funny.
No, I
It was
know.
funny.
Disney World, a lot of times people order off the kids' menu and are quite satisfied with the portions.
Yeah, this portion was very teeny tiny.
Small park, small food.
Yeah. Any good drinks or appetizers or anything?
You guys had, do you remember what drink you had at the Lamplight Lounge?
So at the Lamplight Lounge, they have some really good like lemonade combinations. I think it was like a version of like pink lemonade with like mint or something in it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It was really good.
They have some really good like mocktails, whether if you don't drink alcohol or if your kids just want something like fun. They had some really cool mocktails. My son, unbeknownst to me, they had like since it was at Pixar Pier, they had like
it was a curly straw.
souvenir straw with like the little like, you know, the Pixar lamp guy.
He was sitting on top of the Pixar
yeah.
ball.
Right.
Yeah. So unbeknownst to me, he ordered it and I get the bill. I'm like, $6 for a straw? Really? I'm like, okay. I'm like, Dylan, you got to ask me that next time. He's like, well, I really wanted it. I'm like, all right, well, $6 for a straw.
I knew you'd say no.
Yeah. He asked for forgiveness, not permission on that day.
That's a good kid thing to do.
Yeah. So yeah, she had like a mint lemonade thingy.
Frozen?
No,
No,
Slushies?
it wasn't frozen. It was just ice. It was really good though.
I'm going to actually look it up while you're chit-chatting here a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys did pizza too. What was the pizza place you did?
Well, it's just an Italian place. It was a wine country trattoria. Like it mimicked like, because it was in California Adventure. So it mimicked like a Napa Valley winery restaurant thing. So I had chicken parmesan that night. And I think Charlotte had spaghetti.
I had some really good spaghetti. It was amazing.
Fresh made, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was really good.
So I will tell you, I recently tried lobster for the first time, which I know is strange. Now I love it. So I would have gotten this if we were there last time, but they have lobster nachos at the Lamplight Lounge, and I did not try that, but they sound amazing.
I think I had
you had the mint to be. So it was, it was limeade, watermelon, berry puree, and fresh mint topped with soda water. That's what she had.
It was fantastic. And they all have like different names for the non-alcoholic beverages. So they've got Goofball Island, Falling with Style, Infinity Fizz, Mint to Be, 2319. And they're all like rudely named.
That's fun. That's really fun though.
Yeah. Dylan had the Falling with Style, which was lemonade with mango puree. He really liked that.
Nice.
So, and then one day we went, or twice we ate at Downtown Disney. There's a Mexican restaurant there that we ate at, and then we ate at, I think it was La Brea Bakery, which is like, they have like two places. It was like a quick service, and then they had regular dinner. Remember we ate there with Grandma?
You might have gone. That might have been when I ran away on my own.
No, you were with us. You were with us. Yep, I promise. I promise.
What'd you think of their downtown area?
It's cool. I mean, there's a lot of restaurant choices. Their World of Disney is probably not as big as Disney World, but yet still pretty big.
Their World of Disney has, it does have a lot more Marvel stuff than the Disney World one because they've got Avengers Campus there.
Yeah.
So I was a little disappointed in their ear wall in there because it wasn't as large or as many options as Disney World.
Yeah. So I have a thing with Charlotte. Every time we go to Disney, she gets a new pair of ears. So over the years, she's gotten many a pair of ears. This year, she got
Captain America one. So it's a brown band. On the inside, I think, is embroidered, I'm with you to the end of the line, which is a reference to his relationship with Bucky, his best friend. The ears themselves are just like little Captain America shields.
Well, I'm ready to get into the Marvel and Charlotte's experience. My first question, Charlotte, for someone like me who's a newbie to Marvel, haven't watched everything. My son Benjamin, who's my youngest son, he's totally into it. He's always enjoyed those from the very beginning. I remember one of the earlier ones, Batman and Superman.
Whoa, that's all DC.
Whoa,
I know.
That's DC.
Yeah, I know, but they're still superheroes. He likes them all. So I remember those were kind of the first. I remember where all these superhero movies started when he was a young kid, and he's always loved them. Recently, within the last year, he said to me, "Dad, if you want to get caught up," I think he told me to go in chronological or date time order. I know there's several different ways to go. So what do you think for a new person to get caught up to start from the beginning?
What I usually show people is in release order, the way that they released it.
She has a flow chart, Kurt.
I have a flow chart. Yeah, usually you're not really gonna want to start with Captain America. You're probably going to want to start with Iron Man because Captain America is kind of a more slow start. But if you were to watch it, I mean, a lot of people argue chronological because it's easier to keep up with the story. I say release order because that's how everyone else kept up with it from the start because it's easier.
This is a big argument in the Marvel world, isn't it?
Argument. Well, there's like almost 40 hours of content at this point.
36 hours.
Does that include the Disney Plus series too?
That's excluding the Disney Plus. So if you add the Disney Plus, that adds up to like about 50 hours.
Just in your free time.
I took his advice and I did start with Captain Marvel, but I really liked it because I like history and the World War II aspect of it too.
Yeah.
So I knew I just loved the movie anyway. It was an excellent movie, regardless of the Marvel part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's your favorite Marvel movie, Charlotte?
Ooh, I'd probably have to say Thor Ragnarok. It's super sarcastic. It's one of my favorites.
What's it called?
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
It's the second Thor one, right? Second or third?
I think it's the third.
It's the third one. I'm going to agree. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's super sarcastic. Loki is like one of the main. He's a lot more in the movie than the other ones, so it just kind of adds his like sense of humor, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good one.
How did you save your flow chart, Charlotte? Do you have it in a way you could send it to me?
I have a bunch of them. If you just search up,
you can send it to me, and I can. Yeah,
I'll send it to you.
Well, I'll get it to you, Kurt. Don't worry.
All right. We'll make it available on our Facebook group.
There we go. Yeah.
I'll put it on my website too. I like that. I need direction, Charlotte. So tell me the name of this new land and what's the significance of the name?
So the new name of the land, there's a whole story behind it that not too many people know of, and it kind of makes me sad that not enough people know the story. So the story behind it, it's called Avengers Campus. And so the story behind it is that Tony Stark, after inviting Peter to join, he kind of made like a campus land where any other Avenger recruits can like come in. So all of the people who come into Avengers Campus are like referenced as like recruits and whatever. So they're being recruited to the Avengers.
And then are there cast members that are playing a role, and are they role acting so that you can feel like you're a recruit and talk to you and like that?
Mm-hmm. So the cast members are definitely, they're really into it. Their costumes and like outfits and whatever, they look a lot like if someone were to work at Avengers Tower. It's really cool. They really thought it out.
All right. Now, what's the land made up of? What are the attractions there?
So the attractions there, they have Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which is their converted version of Tower of Terror, which is really good. It's got a randomized soundtrack, which is fantastic. And all the songs on that soundtrack are pulled from Star-Lord's mixtape, which is really well known to Guardians of the Galaxy fans.
And there's two versions of the mixtapes, right? From the two movies?
There's the Volume 1, the Volume 2, and then there's going to be a third mixtape for Volume 3, which is coming out in 2022.
So what's the difference? Compare the Disney World Tower of Terror and this one.
So Disney World, you like the elevator like goes up and you move out and you move before you do the drop tower. For this one, they just pull you back and you're already in the drop tower cage. So your vehicle doesn't really move around that much besides going forward to the loading area and backward to the dropping zone.
All right. This is an unfair question. Which one do you like best?
I like the Guardians of the Galaxy one. Yeah. It's got a great soundtrack. The story is really well thought out. It's really good.
You guys went on it. Like, I went on it once, and Charlotte and Dylan probably went on it 6 times, I want to say.
We had a goal to try and get the whole soundtrack. So
good goal.
There's 6 sounds on the soundtrack that they put into the ride, and we had a goal to try and get all of them. We got 4 out of the 6.
That's fun.
Yeah.
The music's great. I mean, it's from my generation.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really good for anyone who enjoys energetic music.
So it enhances the experience?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Now
it's kind of like a party vibe when you're on there. People are like goofing around and like dancing in their seats and stuff.
Oh, wow. Boy, I like that kind of vibe too. I mean, I love the Hollywood.
And when the cast member is loading, he likes to like harass the people a little bit.
Okay. That sounds
yeah.
I like that a lot. I mean, I think I would have felt I was a little disappointed when they made the change, but this sounds like fun. It's nice to have 2 different, similar ride experience, but different themes. That's cool. Now that was already there before this new land, correct?
Yeah. So that was kind of the kickoff before they started even building Avengers Campus and taking over that previous, I think it was a parking lot before.
No, remember it was the Bugs Life area.
Oh, it was the Bugs Life area. So
the kids area.
Yeah, they like tore everything down, but first they did the Mission Breakout so that they could at least have one attraction there that still worked, so it wasn't just dead space.
Right.
And then they built Avengers Campus around it.
All right. What else is in the Avengers Campus?
So in the main Avengers Campus area with the like Avengers, like the main building, they've got shows that run every so often on the balcony. And so there's like a Black Widow show where like Black Widow and Black Panther take on, I think it's the new Black Widow villain, the Taskmaster. So that villain was just introduced in the Black Widow movie. So that's what they're doing in that show. The combat and stuff in that is really well thought out and it's really well put together. And then when shows aren't going on, they'll have characters walking around on that balcony, interacting with people like down below. And then towards the night, more characters come down underneath that balcony. And then they hang out like right underneath the balcony.
We met Iron Man. Charlotte met Loki.
Yes, I met Loki. Loki's fantastic. He doesn't really come out until like night because his costume, first of all, is really warm. So being stuck in the sun, I'm sure no one wants to see Loki faint in the middle of Avengers Campus.
Was the weather warm while you were there for these few days?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously different than Florida. Like, you don't feel like you're like suffocating in the humidity, but I mean, it was like 82 every day, but it was hot. I mean, there's Avengers Campus. There's some shade, not a ton of shade, kind of like, Toy Story Land, not a ton of shade. And it wasn't very windy. So, the sun was just on you. Ooh, sometimes it was tough. Like, there's a show with Doctor Strange, and we watched it, and I remember standing there going like, I want to enjoy this, but I'm so dang hot right now. I just kind of want it to be done. Yeah. We saw that show.
I ended up going back to it at night when I went off alone, and it was a lot cooler at night. So if you do go to the Doctor Strange show, save it till it's night because they've got these really cool lights that hang above in the little thing. It's such a gorgeous area. It's just so much better at night.
What was your favorite interaction? Did you interact with some of the characters?
One of my favorite interactions was probably with Loki because there's a whole story to it. So basically, I was dressed up in my Disney Bound earlier that day. I had like talked to him like while he was on the balcony during the day because there's shade up there and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so we went back and forth like up on the balcony.
You were Disney bounding as who?
Loki.
Yeah, I thought so.
So we were going back and forth. There's this whole thing with Loki variants and the Loki show and how there's like multiple versions of Loki. He kind of like treated me as like a Loki variant because I also had like the horns and whatever on. Yep. So it was great. And then I came back later that night when he was on the ground. And it was the same actor, so he remembered. So he interacted with me and he was like, so what have you been doing since I last saw you? Have you been like causing mischief around the campus? And I'm like, yeah.
Awesome.
It's been great.
So, he remembered you.
Yeah. The actors are really good at remembering people if they like do stuff before.
What about your interaction with Falcon? That one was great.
That one was amazing. So I have these little Happy Meal toys of the Sam and Bucky, who are Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I have these two little Happy Meal toys. So Sam was up on the balcony and I like stopped him for a minute and I dug in my bag to get the little Happy Meal toys. And I like yelled up to him, I have a little Happy Meal toy with you. And he like died of laughter. It was and I'm like, I got Bucky one too. He was like, not the Happy Meal toy. Yeah. It was funny. It was amazing.
That's great. I just saw McDonald's has got Happy Meal toys coming out for the 50th anniversary too. Yeah. So be on the lookout.
Oh yeah.
I think they're Disney Fab Five kind of characters, but
yeah, that's cool.
All right. Yeah. Well, you made me think of too, Charlotte. I remember seeing a video. I want to say it was in San Francisco. Some other cities may have done it where they had a child who has been through a rough time of some sort, going through a tough time, and they get they go to a city street and they get a bunch of the citizens to play a role, but they dress up the little kid as a character, like a Marvel character, like a superhero. And everything is staged for them where they're going to save the world. And there's different, they'll take him to a different spot and he'll fight a villain. So the characters, the citizens are villains and they'll play act and he'll save the day. And I was like, that would be such a great thing to do even at Disney World. Cause they have, in Hollywood Studios, they have the city street there that looks like New York or like, I was like, I wish they would do that. And can you imagine the guests would get into that so much? Especially if they knew the story of the little kid that they were doing it with. But they have such an opportunity to do that now at Disneyland too.
Yeah, that's cool. The newest ride at Avengers Campus is Web Slingers. And that's a super fun ride. So that's similar to like Rise of the Resistance where you have to get the virtual queue at either 7 or noon.
Oh.
So we got lucky. We got on it twice, actually. So the first day we got there on Friday, so we got to the hotel, we dropped our bags, we walked over, and it was almost noon because we had an early flight. And so we're in the Disneyland park because that was where I had the first pass. Since you can park hop after 1:00, you could try for the web slingers. So I was able to get it that first day, and we went on the web slingers ride. It's really cool. So it's like kind of like the Toy Story Mania ride in terms of like playing a game and having to wear the glasses and keeping score. But instead of like pulling on a trigger thing, you use your hands. So you literally like do, you can see me, but you know,
hand motions.
Yeah, you do like the little Spider-Man like hand thing, and you're supposed to like, you're like whipping the webs out at
That's
people.
so cool.
So you must look like a spaz because you're just this the whole time, you know, all over the place. It's an
Like
arm workout.
hey guys, like that's weird for us geeks to look like a spaz on.
Yeah. I think I won both times that we were on, probably.
I got like second because you kept getting in my way on the second time. Yeah. I was sitting next to you and you were like, nah.
Well, you know, I think of like you were talking about Glenn Kessler. He's got a way to do the Toy Story where you're like cranking that thing. You're not really pointing at it, like you're just like cranking pulling the string. And I swear I either got carpal tunnel or my shoulder went numb. But this sounds like there's some exercise involved, but it's not as demanding.
It's like if you do it right, like your triceps are on fire by the time you're.
There's like 5 different screens, and by the third screen, you're already just dead. And you're like, can you be done now?
You gotta be in shape to do this.
So we went on it the first day, and then I got in the queue at 7:00 the next day. And when we were in line, like about 5 minutes before we got to go on, it broke down, and it literally broke down for the entire rest of the day.
Oh.
So we didn't have. I know.
That's sad.
We didn't have one for the last day we were there, which was when my mom was there. So I went up to the guy just for giggles, and I said, "Hey, this is what happened." I was like, "Is there any way that we could like get in since we didn't get to use it yesterday?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's fine." I mean, I never expect it, but it's always like you don't know unless you ask, and I always ask nicely. And you know, the cast members, they want you to be happy. So if they're able to do it, great. And I didn't have any expectations. So when I told the kids, I'm like, I'll try, but just expect to not go on it. But he let us back in because they gave you a fast pass for the rest of the day, but it never came back up. So we couldn't use it for that day.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have it for the next day. So we were able to get on it twice that way. That was cool.
So what's the story? What else do you do on that? Is it, because you said it was like Rise of the Resistance. Is there a full story involved?
So the story of the ride is, Peter, Spider-Man, he built these little bots, and the bots like lost control and they were stuck in like self-replication mode. So they kept like self-replicating and keep creating more bots. And so these bots can like break down any sort of matter that exists. So they were basically like
destroying
they were just destroying Avengers Campus, and the goal was to like get rid of all of the bots.
It's a lot of pressure on you.
Save Avengers Campus.
You're supposed to be on vacation. You don't want them to destroy the whole land.
There's a really cool like high technology like pre-show with like a little hologram of
Tom Holland came in and he like filmed all of it in like a couple.
It's a good pre-show, and then you go in a line to get on the ride, and then you go on the ride. The ride's a decent amount of time, so it's super fun. And then there's a Spider-Man show outside of there. So we met Spider-Man too. Yeah, there's a Spider-Man show where he flies through the air.
They have a free flying animatronic, so the animatronic isn't attached to anything. There's no cables, so it's just free flying.
Like a drone?
Sort of, but like they like shoot him off of like a web sling. So he like shoots off and he like goes up and he does a flip and then he lands on like the other side. And then the like actor comes back out and he's like, "Whoa, I totally did that." And then he like comes down and he meets the people.
How much time did you spend in this land, Charlotte?
Like 90% of the time there.
We were there every day, I would say.
Yeah.
And there was a time, so Saturday when my mom came out, she didn't come out till later in the day. We had lunch in downtown Disney at the Mexican restaurant. It was called Tortilla Joe's. And I was so tired all of a sudden, so tired. And Dylan was tired too. And I was like, man, I got to go back and take a nap for a while. And Charlotte is 15 and she really wanted to go off by herself. And that was that your Loki day?
That was my Loki day because I kept getting asked like 90% of the time, where'd you get your horns and whatever? So,
So I wasn't super excited about letting her go off by herself, not because I don't trust her. She's very responsible, but you know, she's a very nice looking young lady, and there's creepy people out in the world.
I'm not going to get stolen at Disneyland. They'll give me back.
So Dylan and I did go back and take a nap, and I made her check in with me like every hour and tell me where she was.
I texted you when I was on and off of every ride and where I was going.
Yes, she did. So she did a really great job with that. And Charlotte is very independent. So like she loves obviously doing stuff with all of us, but she also likes doing her own thing, especially when she wants to get super immersed in these lands. So I think she enjoyed that time that she had by herself anyway.
Did you spend all that time in the Marvel land?
No, I rode Indiana Jones like 3 times during that.
Tell everybody what that ride is.
Indiana Jones is it. You've got to be able to grip onto something because it's as jerky as Dinosaur.
Well, it is Dinosaur.
It is Dinosaur. It's the same vehicle, but it's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And basically, you're like a tourist, and you go in and you get in the vehicle and you're supposed to be like touring this like abandoned cave thingy or whatever. And you go in and like you're being chased around, and Indiana Jones like saves you at the end because you're like in danger constantly, because that's how all rides are.
And then the rides in Disneyland that are the same that we have at Disney World like are different. So like Pirates of the Caribbean, I like Disneyland's version better.
They got a bigger drop on that one.
They have 2 drops versus the one little one.
Yeah.
It's longer too, right?
It is longer, yeah. And then I like the Space Mountain in Disneyland better. I like that one. Do you like Haunted Mansion better?
I do like their Haunted Mansion better because they have the Hatbox Ghost, and I am going to create a petition for Disney World to bring the Hatbox Ghost to their Haunted Mansion because I need that there.
Are you in your Haunted Mansion blanket right now?
I have my Haunted Mansion blanket.
She currently has a Haunted Mansion.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Is that the Hatbox Ghost?
That is the Hatbox Ghost.
Oh.
I have a magnet bottle opener of the hat.
That is fantastic.
Oh, sidebar to go back to Avengers Campus with the Web Slingers ride. Very convenient when you get off the ride. There's a store where you can go buy one of the spider bots for $80. It's like their version of like the lightsaber. That's like the big ticket item.
Is it like a...
It's like a little robotic, like little spider bot thing. So it's a little spider robot that they can like battle each other. So if you get 2, they can fight each other. If you get 1, it's completely pointless. So why not?
So you got to spend $160.
Yeah.
Do they fly?
No.
They just crawl around.
They crawl around? I don't know what this bot is.
It's like the same usage as the droid.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they can fight each other. It's the same as the droid, but they can fight each other, and it's a little spider robot.
So, of course, all weekend, Dylan wanted the spider bot. I held strong, though. I was like, no, we're not getting that. Because it's one of those things where you're like, when you're in the land, it's so cool, and you want to play with it all the time. And then when you go home, you're like, eh.
Like the same thing with the Banshee.
Exactly. But my kids did convince me to get the gauntlet.
Yeah. So they've got, I think mine is in my room if I were to go get it. They've got these little infinity gauntlet things. They were like $20.
You buy them with the drink. So yeah.
Or it's at the shawarma stand. So they have a whole shawarma thing, which is a huge thing at the end of the first Avengers, like the first Avengers movie. Like Tony lands and he's like, I've never had shawarma before. And he like had a near-death experience and all he wants is shawarma. So they put it in the land.
What's shawarma?
So they're like, I don't know what shawarma is.
Shawarma is like it's like a Mediterranean chicken sandwich. So it's like pita bread with chicken, and then you have like the tzatziki sauce and hummus. It's really good. You should have some shawarma.
It's good, but at the same time, like no one knows what shawarma is, like really. So it's just kind of like a thing. Like, hey, you want shawarma? It's just the weirdest thing to ask.
Right. It's not the most common thing in our culture, but
no. So
it's good,
they
right? You try?
Stand.
Well, wait a minute. You guys were talking about a souvenir. What's that got to do with the shawarma?
So basically, you can get this Infinity Gauntlet, which is it's the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet, and it's got a button and it like lights up and whatever. The Infinity Stones like light up.
Is it like a glove?
Yeah,
it's like a.
You can go grab it.
Yeah, go ahead and grab it.
Right.
It's like an obnoxious giant. So now when they're home, if they want to have something to drink, they can like put this thing on and it's this just big giant. She'll bring it and show you. It's silly. But of course, both kids have to have one. So you have to buy. So, we always get one kind of stupid souvenir. And this was the one for this time. And it's like, okay, fine.
I love the stupid souvenirs. I'm a sucker for all the cups, souvenir cups and glassware. I've got tons of it. And it's one of my favorite things to collect.
Yeah, well, that's why we have to always limit our stuff to like one per trip. Otherwise, since we go a decent amount, I would be like overflowing in.
Well, while Charlotte's going for the gauntlet, I wanted to ask you why you liked Space Mountain better at Disneyland than Disney World.
I think here's the gauntlet. I think the initial, what's the word I'm looking for? The initial.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it like lights up if you press this little button.
Oh, come on. For $20, that's a deal. You get
and it just like slides on your hand. And it came with like this little like cup holder thing.
Sure.
That was right there. So you would have your drink there. So you would just drink your drink from this giant Infinity Gauntlet.
I did make them wait till the afternoon of the last day to get it because I didn't want to haul that thing around because who's going to end up hauling around 2 gauntlets? Me.
Bulky, yeah.
Yeah.
I hauled my own around.
Yeah, so I was telling him why I like Space Mountain better at Disneyland, and I'm trying to think of the word, like the launch. I like the launch better.
Yeah.
It's cooler.
I don't like
That's the word I'm looking for.
Long drag up. I like the...
Is it any smoother than the Disney World one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're side by side instead of like one... I just thought of something. Hold on.
Is it my buddy?
Yes, it's side by side versus one in front of the other. So since the first day there was just the 3 of us, me, Charlotte, and Dylan.
I wanted to sit alone.
One person had to ride alone, so she wanted to sit by herself. So Dylan and I were in front. It's the first ride we went on, and then she's behind, and I didn't know that they did a single rider thing. So this girl sat next to her and like completely invaded her personal space. Like the whole time she was literally like,
that's awkward.
So when I did it really loud, I like almost had a panic attack. I'm like, who is behind us? So when we go to get off, we turn around and Charlotte just has this angry look on her face because this girl's next to her. I'm like, what's the matter? She's like, I didn't get to sit by myself. This is not a good start to the vacation. I'm very upset. And so the picture that we have is like this girl with her hands in Charlotte's. It's funny.
In the little part of my face, you can see I'm just like,
she looks so annoyed. Why? Yeah.
So Charlotte, most of the time our listeners say, try the single rider line, but maybe your experience says maybe pass on that.
In my experience, if you're going to be a single rider, don't be obnoxious.
We did the single rider line for Radiator Springs.
Yeah.
Which is basically Test Track, but Cars Land version.
That's right.
When we went to get in that line, it was like an hour, but the single rider line was like, I don't know, 15 minutes.
How was the crowds and lines and
not terrible.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
It wasn't awful at all.
Yeah. We we got there pretty early. We stayed late most of the nights.
Same kind of strategy you would in Disney World. Get there early to get on things. And they have any shows at night yet?
They had fireworks. But I think for California, since it's so many local people, I think a lot of people just go for a few hours at a time and then leave. And so it just doesn't stay so congested.
By the end of the night, it's just kind of like, hey, 15 minutes for Big Thunder. And then there's 10 minutes for Indiana. And then there's like 20 minutes for Space Mountain. And it's not that bad.
How late did it stay open?
9, I want to say.
Okay.
And they opened at like 8. like 8 to 9 every day.
I think Disneyland, they closed after fireworks at 9, and then I think
California might stay up until 10.
I think it stayed till like 9:30 or 10.
They had a single rider line for California. No, it's not California Scream anymore. In Credit Coaster, that roller coaster is super fun. That's a California Adventure. Charlotte and Dylan rode that a few times.
Yeah.
What's the highlights of that coaster?
It's like it's kind of like Aerosmith because it launches you.
Okay.
And it's got a loop-de-loop. It's a long roller coaster.
Yeah, it's a pretty long roller coaster. The thing of it is Jack runs away, so you got to go catch the baby.
Oh.
And it's pretty, like,
Yeah, he's
you
fast.
go, and so it's themed pretty well with The Incredibles.
Yeah. It's cooler at night because they've got like some like purple lights and stuff in the tunnels, and they've got like lights around the track.
And then over there as well, I did not participate in this, is their giant Ferris wheel. And so some of the Ferris wheel gondolas don't slide around and some do. And Charlotte and Dylan chose to go around on the slidey death buckets, and I did not. So if you remember your carnival days, did you guys ever go on like the Zipper? Do you remember that ride, the Zipper? Did you ever have it?
Not the particular name. Tell me more.
It's like
It's like
you're
a
in these,
roundabout.
and it like went straight up and down. So it circled this way, but then the individual cars flipped around.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
we were like every which way but Sunday.
I can't do it.
It's not as bad on that Ferris
You
wheel
don't
thing,
go upside down. The actual like things are on like a circle track. So as it's going around, you're like sliding around as much as you want. So
or don't want.
I don't like going in circles.
One group that the group that was in front of us was like constantly talking about how they were gonna like make it swing. So they really wanted to make it swing. So they were gonna like lean to either side to make it like
Right.
Oh, and I forgot, since Charlotte and Dylan were just a party of two, were there other girls on there with you?
There were 2 other girls on there.
Yes, so there were 2 other girls on there, and so Dylan texted me. He's like, "You need to help me. I'm stuck with a bunch of girls." I'm like, "Yeah, I can't help
You're
you,
on
sir."
your own, dude. Did we cover all the Marvel stuff, Charlotte?
We didn't cover the snacks.
Okay.
Snacks is really good. So over in the little like Terran treats stand, which is right over by Mission Breakout, they've got these really cool, I don't know what they are. They're like
Churros.
No, the purple puff thingy.
There was a churro.
So one of the things is a green spiral churro, but it tastes like a Dole Whip. So it's like a Dole Whip, but churro. And it's really good.
The other thing was a cheesecake. We just never tried it.
It was like a cheesecake puff. The other thing was a purple cheesecake puff, and it kind of looked like a little like space rock. They both looked like they were not of this world, but they were. I didn't try the cheesecake rock, but I did try the swirly pineapple churro. That was fantastic. If I could have that more than once, I would.
So did your expectations get met for your Marvel Land?
Sort of. I was a little disappointed in a couple of the details, a couple of the things they could have included a little bit more. Like they could have added a little bit more detail into the Doctor Strange thing, because it seemed kind of chaotic, the little Doctor Strange show. It seemed like it was sort of well thought out. And to someone who like wasn't a Doctor Strange fan, they could keep up if they wanted. But I feel like to people who are like Doctor Strange fans, it was a little chaotic and hard to keep up with sometimes.
Okay. They didn't have a lot of the storyline in there that you would have understood.
They had the storyline. I like understood the storyline, but at the same time, he was like kind of jumping back and forth, and they could have like made it flow a little bit easier.
Okay. They might get that kind of feedback and make adjustments too.
Yeah. We never got to go into Pim's test kitchen, but I've heard from people that it's really cool, but you have to, it's like one of those things where you have to like order something ahead of time before you can even go into the Pim test kitchen.
Is this a restaurant or?
Yeah, it's a quick service.
And it's like where they kind of blow everything up. Like it's got a huge giant pretzel that's like, and like huge sandwiches. I want to say the sandwich thing is like $100, but it feeds like 6 people or something like that.
Yeah. And they've got like a giant pretzel. So the whole thing is Hank Pym is like one of the main guys in the Ant-Man series. So like the whole Ant-Man thing shrinking down and like blowing things up.
I gotcha.
That's the whole thing. So they use the Pym particles to like blow up these giant pretzels. They've actually got some beverages. I think they have alcohol in them, but they're in like these giant beakers, and you can like drink them from like the giant beakers.
It was like a flight.
Yeah.
Almost. We didn't get to do that.
We just have to go back.
Sure.
Are you ready to go back?
Of course she is.
Yeah.
You think they're going to grow the land? Is there any room to put some more things in there?
I mean, I hope they put something else in there.
Yeah.
I don't know where they put it.
I don't know.
They do have a real estate issue in Disneyland for sure, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of room to put anything. Did you guys do the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge version?
No, we never got to that
No
one.
kidding.
I mean, she wanted to do Avengers Campus so much.
And I wanted to go to the thing, but you didn't go.
Well, we had a lot of stuff to do. I mean, we were in Disneyland a decent amount. We went on all the like classic rides because they have Mr. Toad's ride over there, and I like that ride. That was super fun. And then when we were hanging out on Main Street, was it Pluto? He was upstairs. So they have like the same like railroad balcony type thing on Main Street that they do in Disney World.
We were doing rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Oh, Goofy. That's right. Dylan and Charlotte played rock, paper, scissors with Goofy for a while. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was neat.
Well, let me ask Stephanie first. What's your top 3 attractions at Disneyland?
Stephanie, you mean me, Sarah?
Yes, Sarah.
You know a lot of people. It's okay.
Yeah, Sarah.
Top 3, like between the 2 parks.
Yep.
Are we saying? I mean, Web Slingers is really cool. So I did like Web Slingers a lot. I'd say Incredicoaster was awesome. Disneyland. I don't know. I love pirates. I'm a sucker for pirates. So.
That's okay.
Your Magic Band is pirates.
This is true. You don't use magic bands at Disneyland, by the way.
No.
Okay.
You just use your phone app thing or your little, they give you like a little paper card at the start of your trip, which we lost, obviously.
So the app has like a code or a
Yeah,
QR
your
code
tickets are on your phone, and they give you paper tickets. And I lost one like immediately, but
Okay.
we still use it on the phone. So, What are your top 3, Charlotte?
I'd probably say the Mission Breakout, Indiana Jones. I really liked that one. And okay, I'm going to sound like a child, but I really like in the Mickey's Toontown, that one little, like, the little roller coaster for the little kids.
That was like the Barnstormer, but no.
Yes.
Seriously?
I like that one. It's so fun.
Boy, see that, Sarah? You're surprised.
It's like their coaster or something. It's like
Their version of the Barnstormer, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Indiana
They were
Jones,
breakfast.
is that better than Dinosaur, you think, then?
Oh, heck yes.
Yeah.
I don't like dinosaurs.
Yeah,
I
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's too herky-jerky.
it murders my back.
Yeah, Indiana Jones is
But
better.
if it's
Yeah.
the same vehicle, how come Dinosaur's
know.
worse?
It's just smoother, yeah.
It
The story
It
is
is.
more hectic
Yeah.
in Disney
I could have
World.
sworn that they like I could have sworn that they shut it down so they could like update the hydraulics in it or something.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. They have a Roger Rabbit ride in Toontown at
Yeah.
Disneyland too, which is fun. Different.
You can like spin the vehicle yourself.
Yeah. Well,
They
any
stop-
other stories from this trip you want to share?
Anything else weird happen? She got a lot of comments on her Disney bound. So every day Charlotte always has a theme. So she Disney bounded Loki. She Disney bounded Black Widow.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The Loki one was like a black t-shirt, a green skirt, and then the Loki horns that I ordered off of Etsy, which were really high quality, by the way. So if anyone ever wants horns, I got them off of Parton Prints on Etsy. Fantastic.
So sometimes Disney bounding, others don't know what you're doing, but it sounds like that one was obvious to most people that know
Yeah.
Marvel.
The green, black, and gold.
She got a ton of comment, like people
That's
coming
fun.
up to her and, where did you get your outfit? Where did you get your outfit?
And
That's
then
fun.
I got a couple comments on, I have the lounge fly bags. So
Yeah.
they had a Loki one. So I got one like last year. Or was it a couple? It was
You
like,
got it right after we got back from Disney World in May.
yeah. So I got it in May and I love that bag so much.
Mm. A lot of our geek ladies love that.
The lounge flies, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're
They've got-
perfect size, right? For carrying stuff.
Oh my gosh, perfect park bag. They carry everything you want. It's amazing.
You did Black Widow. Did people notice your Black Widow Disney
people
bounty?
really didn't catch on to the Black Widow one too much because
it's a little more subtle.
It was definitely more subtle. It was a black pleated skirt, a red top t-shirt,
and your leather jacket.
And then my leather jacket, and that's about all.
And then she braided her hair.
Yeah.
Did anyone notice? Did anyone cast member or somebody?
No one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was a lot more.
Too sad.
Yeah. Plus the fact that halfway through that day, I bought my Captain America ears, so I put the Captain America ears on.
You had a mix up
So
there.
it's kind of
She
like
was confused.
whatever.
She was confused. It's not as easy in Disneyland to find They had Joffrey's, but it wasn't really easy to find. So, like, if you're a coffee person, like Charlotte and I like our iced coffees, and we know where our Joffrey stands are in Disney World.
Yeah.
It's hard to find in Disneyland. That was a little
Did
frustrating.
we end up finding Joffrey's?
No, we had to go to Starbucks.
Yeah, we ended up going to the Starbucks because we couldn't find Joffrey's anywhere. Like, I ended up looking up, does Joffrey's exist?
I think there's one stand we just couldn't, in California Adventure, we just couldn't find it.
We couldn't find it anywhere. And, oh my gosh, Disneyland likes to play hide and seek with their bathrooms as well. So I spent a solid 20 minutes trying to find a bathroom at one point. And then I asked the cast member, and they're like, it's right behind you. You see the sign up there? I'm like, it's hidden.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, let's finish up with any tips that you guys can give our Disney geeks that go to Disney World most of the time. Anything that jumps out at you that's...
I mean, if you're going to Disneyland, you don't need a whole week. You just need a few days, probably 3 days. You'd see everything and then some multiple times. It's much more, I guess you could say, kind of relaxed out there. You know, you still have to make some dining reservations, but there's a lot less planning, and there's a lot more quick service options, I think, too. You know, it's just easier to get around.
It's 30 days ADR, you said, right?
I think so. Don't quote me on that because I'm not positive, but it's definitely less than the 60 days window. So yeah, and staying off property isn't difficult there because you can walk.
Right.
And a lot of people did. Like, obviously, you're doing a lot of walking in general. Yeah. But that comes with the territory of going to Disney in general. Yeah. So
there's a Cold Stone right across the street from the entrance. Go there.
Yeah, one night we stopped at Cold Stone and got ice cream.
That's an ice cream place, yeah.
Yep.
We had one of those in my town here, surprisingly. Yep. All right. Well, thanks so much, guys. Did we miss anything?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. We had a good time. Grandma was not convinced to go on Big Thunder Mountain like she was last time. She knew better this time.
Yeah, she have a good time too?
She did, yeah. She went on Web Slingers with us. She did not go on the Incredicoaster.
She didn't go on the Cars ride.
She didn't go on the Cars ride.
Is that intense?
I mean, it's
Test Track.
The end, is similar to Test Track where you
65
go around
miles an hour in a convertible.
Not her jam.
We have a picture of her from the last time that we were there before that, literally screaming her head off.
Yeah, we went there when Cars Land first opened. And if she calls my cell phone, that's the picture that comes up, and it's just we're panicked on it. So that will forever be my cell phone picture. But she's like, no, I'm not going on that again.
Well, it's great. You guys can go together and enjoy your company, and yeah, that's special times.
So now that things are more quote unquote normal, I don't know when we're going to Disney again because my kids all have their sports and school, and there's checks and balances with the COVID stuff. When you have more time, we made excuses to get there. And now
I don't have Zoom classes, so I can't just Zoom from Disney.
Yeah. And she's in 2 sports. So I don't know when we'll get there again, but I'm sure we'll get there soon.
Yeah.
I bet you will too.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on and explaining what your adventures in Marvel and Disneyland are. So excited to hear people going back. This is really exciting.
I know. And when we went back they had just reinstated, for a while, it was a completely mask optional in general. And they had just reinstated, if you went indoors, you had to wear the mask. So when we were there, we at least didn't have to wear it outside, similar to what's going on. But once you went in a ride queue or in a restaurant or whatever to sit down, and you had to wear it. So that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, Disney World's doing the same thing now too.
Yep. So
right.
I mean, when we booked it, we were like, whatever it is whatever it is. So
Yeah, it didn't impede your enjoyment, sounds like.
Yeah, as long as you can have it off when you're outside in the heat, it's a huge difference.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah, I getcha. Well, guys, you guys are awesome. I thank you for coming on. I hope you stay in touch.
Absolutely. Charlotte.
Thanks for coming on, Charlotte. You're like the youngest we've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
I've got to have more young. I've had that request before, and bad on me that I have not had more. But thanks so much. I love your perspective.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, she's hopefully at some point. Your daughter went through the college program, right?
Yes, my daughter did it in Disney World twice.
Yeah, that's her goal to do at some point. So she's already a sophomore in high school. So my guess is we got to look at it soon.
Yes. Let's hope. I don't think it's not back yet, but
it is. Yeah.
Is it back? They got the college program. Yeah.
Yeah. One of her friend's sisters is going to be there in a couple weeks to start the program.
Yeah, they do them. They generally have done them a spring one and a fall one.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have, it's going to be a while. Boy, time is starting to march. My daughter just had a birthday this past week. Time is marching on, but yeah, she could certainly give you her experience and any tips if you're looking for it.
Yeah, cool. Well, when that time comes, we'll probably ask you for it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks for booking again with Mom and staying in touch.
Of course, yeah. Thanks.
That was fun.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Yeah, great fun to hear about Disneyland. We got to get out there one of these days, Mom and I. Thank you, Sarah and Charlotte, for sharing that trip with us. How about that intro from Glenn Kessler and all the Maryland geeks? Another meetup. Boy, they were at the Renaissance Fair in Maryland for that geek meet. Do you realize we've had 4 geek meets put together by super Disney geeks from our podcast all around the country? We had the Albany one. Well, of course, we had the G3 last February in Disney World, and the Albany meetup. We had Travis Dietrich put together the Cleveland geeks and the Ohio geeks meetup, and then now the Maryland geek meet. I love it. I love it when you guys are making friends. I was at an event this week, just yesterday, and during one of the speeches, what was talked about was relationships and how important relationships are in your life. There's lots of things you can buy and things that you can do, but isn't it the relationships that just makes the spice of life? And that is something we have going on here in the Geekin' family. So proud of that. And all the friends are down there right now hanging out at Disney World. We'll be getting into those stories of the 50th anniversary with Judy as she comes back. And I'm going down to Disney World. But, hey, if you want to do a Geekin' intro like they did, Glenn organized that one. But you can do it by yourself with your phone. He sent me a movie of that movie file, QuickTime file. The phones, they've got all kinds of recording apps. However you want to do it, email it to me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. I got another one that came in from Wendy Fox. I'll play next week. A little suggestion is you just tell us your name, where you're from, and a fun Disney World fact or two about yourself, and you go Geekin' on WDW with Curtis and the whole Geekin' family. Again, email them to me, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. The apps that you use to listen to the podcast, I put this in the show notes, are emails for Mama and Judy for their travel agency. And if you want to get directly into me and maybe be a guest on the podcast, I'd love to have you come share your trips with me too. And give me those intros. I love playing those for you guys. And I love all the support I get through patreon.com for the podcast. That is a website where you can pledge a monthly donation to our show. Thank you so much, all you super geeks that donate to the show every month, even annually. You can put in a donation, and I super appreciate it. I try to do some audio recordings, some bonus podcasts. I put out one from like a little coffee walk around my neighborhood, talking about what's going on with the podcast and what's going on in Disney World, and even the Zoom call recordings I've been putting out there. I'm going to be down in Disney World this weekend, and I'm going to be doing my coffee walks and putting them out in the Patreon recordings. So be looking for those, you guys that support me there, and I really appreciate it. Once I get through those recordings that I'm doing down in the parks next weekend, I know I'm going to look to reach out to our super geeks, our Patreon geeks, and do some Meet the Geek shows and recordings that I can do for bonus episodes. I recorded with Chris Futrell just Saturday, this weekend, and he suggested that to me. We were going to do a trip report of his for a weekend, and I was just going to put it in Patreon, but it was such a great report, I'm going to put it in the regular podcast feed, because even though it was only 2 nights, we talked for, I think it was the longest recording I ever did of a short trip for sure. Chris is awesome. You're going to enjoy all of our upcoming super geeks as they tell you about their Disney World escapades coming up. And I've got one. Come and see me. If you're down in Disney World this weekend, I'll be there October 8th through the 12th. Definitely reach out to me. You can private message me on Facebook. I've got a list, at least a dozen people from the podcast I'll hopefully get a chance to meet this weekend. I'll be in Magic Kingdom Friday night, the 8th. The 9th and 10th, I'll be in Epcot all day on the 9th, Saturday, and then half the day on the 10th. Beginning of that, in that morning on the 10th on Sunday, I'll be in Animal Kingdom. All day October 11th at Hollywood Studios, and then fly home Tuesday, October 12th. I hope I get to meet some geeks. Definitely tap me on the shoulder, say hello. Let's get a picture together, and I'd love to see it when I'm down there. And then the Grand Geeking Gathering. It is getting closer, and lots of planning going into February 2022. I've made shirts. They're out on TeePublic if you want to get a Grand Geeking Gathering shirt. The theme for this time is the geeks are back in town. So I got a exclusive t-shirt just for the event out there on TeePublic. A lot of folks have already started ordering it. We got some things that are really cool coming up for that. You know, we'll be Thursday, February 3rd in Animal Kingdom. I'm flying in on Wednesday, so I don't leave till the following Wednesday, I believe it is. But that weekend is where most of the activities will be happening. Friday will be in Hollywood Studios. Saturday, February 5th, Magic Kingdom. Then we got a little party that evening, looks like, for Kevin Curtis Allen and Tony Ann Zarcone's birthday happening. And Sunday, February 6th, will be in Epcot for the big picture, the big geek meet. It's going to be epic. Looking forward to seeing you guys. I think it's going to be like 100 of us. We'll break a record for geek meets on the Grand Geeking Gathering 2022. Thanks for all you guys that book your trips through Mama and Judy. They are booking. I hear you guys talking with Mom all the time, and Judy's helping out too, except for this week. She's on vacation down in Disney World. travelandtiaras@gmail.com is the best way to get a hold of them, because we're committed to helping you enjoy your Disney World vacation. Just reach out to me if you'd like to do a trip report. Come on the podcast. We're doing roundtables too. Love to hear from you. Kurt.stone@geekinonww.com. I'm excited. I'm going to Disney World. Definitely look for me. I'll be geeking on Disney World every day this week. 4 more days of work. But I really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true.